Today we're going to talk about something that I know you really believe. It's something that you tell yourself, it's something that you tell me all the time, and you are 100% sure that it's true. And it's keeping you stuck. It is keeping you stuck in your old patterns, stuck in your old fears, stuck in your limiting beliefs. It's keeping you far away from the things that you actually want, from the life you actually want. I'm going to tell you what it is, and then you're going to think why I'm wrong, and then I'm going to tell you why I'm not. I'm going to prove it to you. We're going to poke holes in this very unhelpful bullshit belief that you have. We're going to poke holes in it, and then we're going to drown it in the river so that we can be done with it once and for all. So here it is. Venting doesn't help you. I know I can already hear what your brain is saying. But getting it out, hashing it out, dumping it out, talking it to death, it's not helping you. Not really, not in any way that lasts or is productive. You think it does. You think that you feel better after you vent, after you complain, after you have a gripe session. But it's not. I'm going to show you why. The other belief that goes along with this that you tell yourself is, I can't help it. I can't help it, Kristen. It just shows up. All the thoughts, they just build and build and build, and then I have to get it out, and then I feel better. No, and no. So, are you ready to poke some holes in this bullshit story once and for all? Let's talk about it. So, everything you see and how your whole life feels, it's the result of your thoughts. It's just true. I'm not going to sit here and try and convince you. If you think something bad's about to happen, that is going to make you feel a certain way, and that is going to make you do a certain thing. This happens regardless of what you want. So, let's say you want your marriage to feel better, but underneath, you believe that relationships are hard for you, that people misunderstand you, that you have to work really, really hard to keep people happy, or people leave you. That belief is going to create your results. You want more money, but you believe that you're bad with money, or you shouldn't want money, or every time money comes in, it goes right back out. That creates your results. When you think a thought over and over and over, you create a belief, and your beliefs create your reality. And this is not some woo-woo, airy-fairy bullshit. It's called confirmation bias. Whatever your brain believes, it goes out to prove. When a belief pops up, your brain isn't sitting there going, I should probably check and make sure this is actually true. No, not with beliefs. It's already decided. It is already out in the world all day, every day, collecting receipts. It is grabbing every little thing that says that you were right and ignoring, like actually ignoring everything that says that you weren't. So if you have an underlying belief that you are not lovable, your brain is not going to count the 5 people who showed up for you this week. It's going to find the one text that didn't get answered and go, see, what did I tell you? That's confirmation bias. Whatever you believe about yourself, about other people, about relationships or money or politics or religion or anything, your brain is going to go prove it true. It's not going to question it. It's just going to keep looking for more evidence. So now let's picture what's actually happening when you sit down to vent. Something goes wrong and you hop on the phone and you tell the whole thing. You tell what he did, what she said, what always happens to you, and you think that you're releasing it. You think you are getting it out, just releasing that pressure valve. But you're not. What you're actually doing is building a case. You're building a case for the belief, for the neural pathway that you don't want to build a case for. You're the lawyer, and you're up there going, see, I was right. I was right the whole time. I'm not lovable. Money is hard. I can't do this. This is hard for me. Bad things do happen to me. And every single minute you spend telling the story, you are paving that neural pathway smoother and smoother. That is how thoughts become beliefs. So, okay, but why does it feel better? I know that's what you're thinking, but Kristen, it does feel better. I get this all out and I feel so much better after I've released all of it. I know, it does feel good. It feels good the exact same way it feels good to take the drink that you swore you weren't going to have, to finally eat the cookie after you've been depriving yourself of sugar all week. That is the kind of good that it feels. Because all day long, you're walking around trying so hard to hold up this new belief. I am lovable. I am capable. I can create good things. I'm worthy of good things. You're working so hard to think it because you don't believe it yet. And then some guy treats you like garbage. The money falls through. The thing doesn't work out. And there it is. The release. Ugh, finally. I'm not happy that it didn't work out, but thank God I don't have to try so hard to believe this thought that I don't believe that I'm lovable. I can just go back to what I already knew was true. That's the relief. It's the feeling of letting go of the grip that you had been holding so tightly. And it does feel good, temporarily, the same way the cookie feels good until later, or the drink feels good until the next day you have to work even harder. But I can't help it, Kristen. I can't help it. The thoughts just show up and they get louder and meaner and harder and the pressure just builds and builds and builds and I can't help it. I just explode. You can help it. Your thoughts are not the boss of you, but you haven't practiced being firm with yourself. But also the thing you're doing to feel better, letting it out, what's coming out is the wrong thing. Anyone have an Instapot? I use mine almost every day because I make my dogs food from scratch. It's a whole thing. Don't ask. But when you turn that valve and the steam comes hissing out, right now, what's coming out when you vent is the story. What should be coming out is the feeling. So something happens, the guy turns out to be a total asshole, the money falls through, the thing doesn't go your way. You're sad, you're mad, you're hurt. Yes, release the valve all the way. But what comes out is the feeling. Feel it. Because telling your story isn't feeling. You can feel sadness without, well, I guess bad things just always happen to me, and saying that over and over and over until you, quote unquote, feel better. You can feel the anger without going over the play-by-play again and again of who did what and what it meant. Thinking isn't feeling. Talking isn't feeling. That's just you telling the story one more time. And every time you tell it, you're feeding the exact same thing you're trying to starve. You're feeding the thing we're trying to drown. I poked all the holes. I'm trying to drown it, and you're just covering up all the holes. I have got a friend. Love her. Every time she's mad, she goes for a walk to really think about why she's so mad, to make her madder on purpose. And she swears to me up and down, this is how I feel better. On the other side of this, I feel so much better. And I'm like, well, sure. You feel better because you finally let the feeling move. But also in that hour when you were walking and thinking and letting yourself just get as mad as you can, what you were also doing is digging the old pathway even deeper. You were going to build a new one, remember? You're going to build a new belief that you are lovable, that things go your way. Instead, you went right back to the old one. Yep, still true. And here's why. And then you vented about it for an hour and you strengthened that old pathway. And listen, feeling your feelings clean with no story attached is uncomfortable. And I will say hands down, it's the hardest skill my clients learn is how to actually feel a feeling without attaching the story to it. But once you learn how to do that, what happens is that you will turn the pressure valve, the feeling will come out, it won't be comfortable, but it will pass. Eventually the steam will run out and you are getting through the moment without the drink, without the cookies. You're getting through the moment without indulging the story. So the next time you are sitting there, minding your own business, working on a new belief, and the old fear, the old story comes knocking, barges in, starts building the pressure, and you start thinking, you know what would feel really good right about now? If I just let this out, vent for a few minutes, crack this pressure valve and let the story out. The next time that happens, because you've had a bad day, because everything seemed to go wrong, you have one choice to make. And you do have a choice, but it's the same choice every time. You are either going to indulge the story, vent, complain, let your brain go to the worst places, or you're going to feel the feeling and let that story go. One of those choices is going to keep you exactly where you are. It will give you that temporary relief, and it'll hardwire that pathway that you're trying so hard not to hardwire. The other choice will actually make you feel better and is the only thing that will build your new belief. Here's the thing though, you're only going to catch yourself in that moment if you remember longer than this conversation to catch yourself in that moment. Before you tell the story again, before you go to the old pathway and strengthen it even more, you have to remember that that's what you're going to do today. And you don't have to do that part alone. We don't do that on our own. This is why I send out a daily love letter, a short reminder every morning to help you remember to catch your story and choose to feel instead. If you want that in your inbox every morning, the link is in the show notes, or you can go to KristenFinch.com and find all sorts of other ways to get this information. All right, holes have been poked. You got this. I'll talk to you next time.